Enjin Coin cryptocurrency is currently in bullish momentum by 38.58% in the last 14 days. Last week, Enjin Coin was recorded at $1.31. The latest volume recorded for Enjin Coin is 297,603,418, 25.43% above its average volume of 237,265,226.25. Hi investors, welcome to Daily Crypto Facts. If you want to invest and fill your mind with the right information, you are at the right place. In today's video, we will talk about a 38% rise in Enjin Coins in the last 14 days. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to get big updates about stocks and cryptocurrencies. Enjin Coin's current market cap is at $1,231,758,189. The total supply is 1 billion. Maximum supply is 1 billion. And the circulating supply is 934,331,121.40. Enjin Coin's last week, last month's, and last quarter's current volatility was 2.46%, 0.21%, and 7.49% respectively. According to the stochastic oscillator, a useful indicator of overbought and oversold conditions, Enjin Coin's crypto is considered to be oversold, less than or equal to 20. Enjin Coin's current volatility rank, which measures how volatile a financial asset is, which means a variation between the lowest and highest value in a period, was 7.24% last week, 5.84% last month, and 7.49% last quarter, respectively. About Enjin Coin's daily highs and lows, it's 39.36% up from its trailing 14 days low of $0.94 and 10.27% down from its trailing 14 days high of $1.46. The Enjin Coin is at $1.28, a 6.97% increase recently. Enjin was around $1.19 at the beginning of the 24-hour period. Now at $1.28, continuing to look good. We actually saw it pushing all the way up to about $1.38, and now we have seen it come back about $0.10 since then. But I do want to kind of stress out how big this has been for Enjin for its recovery that we have seen in the last week. As we continue to move around, a lot of volatility is going on right now with Enjin, because there is a very low market cap of $1.1 billion. Do remember guys, Enjin has been experiencing some massive volatility because of this low market cap. We're going to continue to see it move around very quickly. Enjin Coin is an Ethereum token that aims to make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands to use non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Enjin is used to directly back the value of NFTs minted within the Enjin ecosystem. We are seeing about a 7% dip overall in the last month, which is not too bad considering how it dipped to about $0.076 during the last week of June. We also would like to mention Valor.com, a very small cryptocurrency exchange that listed Enjin recently. In the first week of July, it listed AAVE, ENJ, Mana, Matic, and Uni, a couple of solid coins that were listed and Enjin being one of the many. Let's take a look now at Enjin's recent tweets as well. Quote, "Emerging technologies like blockchain can play an important role in addressing global inequality, exclusion, discrimination, and unemployment." Enjin tweets, quote, 9 years ahead of schedule, we've made jumpnet carbon negative. This is our first step towards our plan to enable carbon neutral NFTs by 2030. So this is definitely a goal they have talked about quite a bit. And it's continuing to be a very bullish sign in what Enjin has been doing because obviously anybody knows making carbon neutral things will continue to be a very good thing for many different reasons. We are going to talk about the major benefit of Affinity networks for developers and users alike, which are the lower configurable gas prices. Polkadot Relay Chain takes care of consensus and end users don't have to pay the price of validation, and we wanted to really talk about this a little bit more. If we jump into the article, Enjin Room Affinity token sale reaps $20 million, Enjin game devs react. They talked about this and the sale appeared successful. In just under 3 hours, Enjin sold $20 million worth of EFI tokens to over 40,000 participants, 400,000 accounts waiting in the queue, bringing the total sold to 36 million, thanks to an earlier private sale. That is a massive amount obviously sold, and we're continuing to see success in the Enjin ecosystem as well. If you go to Enjin Twitter, you can see they have things like Kingdom Carnage and Six Dragons that are constantly being developed and worked on the Enjin ecosystem, and obviously continuing to make Enjin look better and better every time. they've really come out with some big updates and real progress toward that Enjin ecosystem. Let's jump into the actual price chart yet again for Enjin at the moment. We have a $1.28, which is actually a 4.35% increase. However, we are seeing a massive drop here from $1.35 to $1.27. One thing to note, guys, is if you go to the prices of all coins, you are going to see that price drop across the board. Like Bitcoin right here dropped from $34,131.52 all the way down to $33,409.37. So a massive drop across the board, like I said, for so many different coins, and that does all take place at the same time. You can't really account that against Enjin, unfortunately, so if we go back to Enjin, we are going to see that $1.28 dip could easily come back and push us back to $1.35 very soon. We will see if that does take place. There is a lot of movement and volatility during the weekends, and especially with crypto. We are going to see a lot of people starting to understand that weekends can be very volatile. There can be a lot of FUD very quickly, and there are a lot of people just waiting on the crypto market and playing with it during the weekend. So make sure to really do your own research before investing in any of these crypto coins, because we do think there's so much potential in crypto, but there are always a lot of risks involved as well. I do want to talk about the future of Enjin. By the end of the bull market, I do expect Enjin to actually be pushing very high, $4 to $5 marks at the very least. We already saw, if we take a look at the last year, a price point of $4 on April 8th at 8 p.m. I do think realistically we're going to see that come again at the end of the bull market. And like I said, about a $5 to $6 price point is my price target for Enjin. That's going to be a conservative, realistic price prediction by the end of the bull market part 2. But realistically, by the time we get all of this accumulation phase, it will be a little late in 2021, and because of that, by the end of 2021, I do see Enjin right around a $2 to $3 price point. So do remember, as we move forward, this is going to be a patience game during this accumulation phase. During this FUD or manipulation phase, we're going to see a lot of people jumping out of the crypto game, and I think that's exactly when you start to jump in and make yourself some great profits. We will continue to keep you guys up to date with price predictions, and obviously news and bullish news relating to any altcoins out there. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Thank you guys for the awesome support. I will see you guys all in the next one.